Today I'm ranking the strongest Battlegrounds ultimates in a tier list, and I'm going to be ranking them from S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. And remember, all of these are my personal opinions, so let's keep the hate to a minimum, and if you disagree, that's completely fine. This is my own personal list. Now, let's get started. And we'll be ranking the moves based on how easy they are to hit and their damage. So let's get started. Well, first up, Saitama, which we already are. So let's hit this ult real quick, and we're also going to be rating these overall. So like, if a move is bad, it'll bring the overall ranking down. We're not doing individual moves, it's the awakening overall. It's not like you can just pick and choose, you know what I'm saying? So first up, death counter. Instant activation, amazing move, bro. It's the easiest to hit if you run into somebody. Hold on, let me, dummy, go ahead, wrong one. Hold on, let me get it back. Let me get it back. Yes, sir, easy. I think everybody can agree that move is an S tier. But what about the rest of the awakening? Let's get it back again. Let me just do it. All right. Next up, we got table flip. Now, table flip is a one shot if you got somebody in it. The damage goes down the more people you get in it, though. Let me see this one shot both. Okay, he died. He's at 7. Yeah, so it's one person to one shot. If there's more than one person, it won't be. And most players will try to get as many people in it as possible. So I feel like the damage, first of all, it's also slow, okay? It's also slow, but if you get a whole bunch of players in it, which we're going, let's simulate that with dummy. Let's say you got a whole bunch of dummies in the middle, just chilling. You hit one of these. This is if they don't run away. If they see you doing that long animation, almost nobody died from that. He was already low. Literally none of the dummies died from that. So we have to go off of what people are mainly gonna do. People mostly are gonna try to hit multiple people. So damage, it doesn't one shot, and it's kind of slow. So I feel like that brings it down to A tier, okay? Next up, we got serious punch, which has the same problem as table flip, but even worse. Because serious punch with one person, it would go one person. Also a long startup. Even with one person, it isn't a one shot, okay? Now, I think if you actually hit him with the wind, which you saw earlier, it could be a one shot, but most people, same with table flip, are gonna hit as many people as possible. Let me get a couple more dummy. Let's do like 2, 3, okay? First of all, let's say you back here. You wanna get as many people as possible. They see this, they're gone. First of all, they're gone. They didn't even get to half, okay? Now, it's fun to hit a lot of people, but damage-wise, they didn't even get to half. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that also brings it down a little bit. It stays in A tier, but that does bring it down. Omnidirectional, one shot. Everybody knows that. I don't have to display that. But problem with Omni, right? A player sees that, they're dodging that. They're dodging that instantly. With Omni, you have to get rid of their ragdoll cancel, and because you have to get the ragdoll cancel, right? Because of that, it's gonna bring it down, okay? It's still A tier though. I say overall it's A tier, though, because death counter really is good. Table flip, serious punch, the damage, you know what I'm saying, is what I said before, but it's also really easy to hit. Okay, like you saw, you can get a lot of they're wide range moves. So because they're really easy to hit, but because you hit a lot of people, the damage goes down, is going to be A tier. Omni's hard to hit, but one shots. So overall, Saitama, and A tier. Okay, let's move on. Let's do Genos. Let's do Genos next. Now with Genos, I like Genos, bro. Thunder kick. That's pretty easy to hit if you know your range, and it does excellent damage. Even if you miss, you still hit if they're close by. Like it's really easy to hit that, and it does good damage. Speed blitz drop kick, super easy to hit, does good damage. Flame wave cannon, if they're smart, they can dodge it, but it does all right. Well, that one does all right damage based on actually trying to hit it. Incinerate, you gonna hit that hoe every time. I'm pretty sure. Incinerate, you gonna hit that hoe every time. This not even Genos Glaze. If you incinerate, you gonna hit that hoe every time. But the damage, it varies. You probably not gonna one-shot anybody with incinerate unless they're like low-ish already. But all of these moves, even though they don't one-shot, are super easy to hit. So I feel like Genos is an S tier character. An S tier ultimate for Genos. Enough said. I don't even gotta explain anymore. It's S tier, man. S Genos. Boom. Once again, my personal opinion. But let's move on. Let's do Garl. Garl next. Now with Garl, a lot of his moves are close range, but it depends on how easy you feel they are to hit when you are close range. Obviously, if they're running away, you're not gonna hit them. Okay, so we're going to disregard that. Let's say you're close up. Okay, that's basically consecutive punches. I'd say that's an average hit rate with good damage. Final hunt. You really got to be close to hit that. And the thing with Final Hunt is, in the normal awakening, you only get to use it once. So if you miss, that's it. I feel like because of that, it brings it down. Because if you don't hit it, you don't get to use that. It's gone. So I feel like that will bring it down. Rock Splitting Fist has basically the same range as Final Hunt, but it doesn't do as much damage as Final Hunt. So that also is like basically average damage, average hit rate. Crush Rock, kind of good actually. You can zoom in on them, hit the wrestling move. I feel like that's better than these two moves because of the range and because you still get to keep on using it. Final Hunt, you use that, you don't get it back. So overall, I'm gonna give Garl's ult basically a B tier. Basically, long story short, if you're not a skilled player, you're not gonna get much out of this. And unless you know how to play, you're really not gonna get much out of this. So but it's still pretty good. B tier, yeah. I don't think there's gonna be any F tiers. I'm gonna be honest with you, because the game's pretty balanced. But for like someone who doesn't know how to play, it's gonna be low. I think this tier list looking pretty good. For new players, Genos being S tier makes sense. Saitama A, this really a pretty good beginner friendly tier list, I say. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on. Let's do Metal Bat. Alright, already offer it first move. Unless you're fighting Sonic, the fucking Hedgehog, you're gonna hit this move. Yes. Why are they bouncing like that? But yeah, you're gonna hit that move pretty easily. The damage is it's kind of cool. It's all right, but it's super easy to hit. Brutal beatdown, same thing. People can try to run, but it just gives you a good amount of mobility. I can never hit that iron, bro. I can't hit that last part, bro. But yeah, these two, the damage is pretty good. It's not one shot, but they're super easy to hit. Strength difference. A lot of people miss that. I missed that one on purpose, but it's kind of, strength difference is actually kind of hard to hit, but it does really good damage. Death blow is, let me go over here, bro, because death blow, literally, if you're timing, you don't even have to have the best timing, because it lasts for a while, bro. And even if you miss it, hella damage you still get. You'll get a lot of damage off the miss, and then if you do hit it, it's a one shot. I feel like that makes this A tier. Literally, the whole ult is A tier. Say much about it. It's just the ult. It's really one of the best ults in the game. I say actually a high A tier. I put it above Saitama, to be honest. Yeah, let's move on. Right, I didn't even have to say much about that one. Let's do Sonic next. If you're wondering why Tatsumaki isn't on this list right here, she only has one ult move. I can't rank it overall when there's only one ult move, so the last person is Atomic Samurai. Sorcerer also doesn't count. He doesn't have an ult, and you can only use him in private servers, and you have to have private server plus, so Atomic Samurai. Okay, activate Awakening. Sunset. It's got some good damage, but I'm gonna be honest, if you're fighting people who know what they're doing, it's gonna be hard to hit this, because one, you gotta be close. Two, you can actually get hit out of it. Like right here, you can get hit out of it. And then somewhere before you hit this blade into the ground, somewhere before you hit that, you can also get hit out of it. So there's 2 times you can get hit out of this move, and you had to be close to hit it. And it's like, yeah, so I feel like that was actually kind of hard to hit. So that's gonna bring it down. Sunset, basically the same as Speed Blitz. I think it does a little bit less damage than Speed Blitz though. Sunrise, I ain't gonna lie, you have a better chance of trying to backflip off of a molecule than hitting Sunrise. That one's gonna be hard, so that's gonna bring it down. Atomic Slash, you can have a whole wife and kids, a whole family before you hit that move. It has the same problem as an omnidirectional. You're gonna have to use their ragdoll and then do some other stuff to hit that efficiently if you want to hit it efficiently and frequently. So because of that, Atomic Samurai, this isn't biased. This isn't biased either. I like Atomic Samurai, but I'm gonna have to put bro at let me see, where's it at? I'm gonna have to put bro above Garl because he has what's this called? Solar Cleave above Garl, but still B tier. And that's everybody, bro. Like I said, y'all, this is my own personal opinion, all right? So if you disagree, that's completely fine. And matter of fact, in the comments, let me know what you think the tier list should be. Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the worst? Let me know. I want to know y'all thoughts. And as soon as Tatsumaki gets her moveset finished, we can hit this hoe again and see what it's talking about. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video, man.